This is episode 2 of the No Name Mancast. My name is Mike. I'm here with Tip.
What's good?
And I'm here with Asi.
What's that?
We got new audio equipment. We almost sound professional. I am 100% sure we'll find a way to fuck this up.
For sure.
What's good, guys?
We have new auto stuff? I feel like Tip is the only one that has something new.
I mean, I don't sound like I'm calling it from Biscayne Boulevard into a sports talk. You know, Lebatard was good.
That's true.
I might hang up and listen
I was like,
for an hour, but yeah.
Guys, I just want to let you know that play last night with LeBron James when he went up for that
all right, thanks for calling in, Bob.
Did Tip change his mic again?
Was that me from last week? Was that a recording?
So what's up, boys? What are you playing? So I'm looking here. Tip, like, he's been playing, and he told me, and I quote, "I'm really loving Realm Royale."
Yo, this game is fun, man.
Disgrace. No, it's not, Tip. Get out of here with that crap.
This game is fun.
Sucks,
And
asshole, Mike.
actually, yesterday, Asi, you and I talked about how you like the shooting is wonky, and I'm like, hey, it is wonky. They actually patched the hell out of it today, and the shooting, they actually fixed a lot of shit. Like, you actually have to aim. The game was a lot harder. Can you tell English real good?
A lot more.
English real good. Like, you actually have to aim. They implemented a lot of quality of life changes. I fucks with this game. The classes, the mount, it's fun. It's fast paced. I like it.
How many matches would you say you've played at this point?
100.
Wow.
100 matches?
There's no way you played 100 matches, Tip.
I mean, in a week?
I mean, yeah,
I mean,
he's kind of at the house doing nothing.
Off the dome? I mean, maybe not 100. 80 to 100, though. Because the matches over there real quick. And the way I play, you know, y'all play PUBG with me. If it was up to me, we'll end in the shits. And we either die or we live with 10 kills right after the intro. So, like,
The game is very different than PUBG. I feel like everywhere you land, you're going to eventually find someone. Or...
yeah, but there's definitely hot spots where you land and you know.
So how
just
big
like
is the
any other.
map compared to PUBG or Fortnite?
Oh, it's small.
I would say
is it like Fortnite size?
No, way
I
smaller.
think it's smaller than
It's
Fortnite as
smaller
well.
than Fortnite's map?
I never played Fortnite. I watched
think
people
so.
play Fortnite, but I think the map is way smaller than Fortnite. Well, not Fortnite. PUBG for sure.
Oh, PUBG
Fortnite,
for sure.
based on what I've seen,
Mhm.
I want to say it's smaller than.
I think it's smaller.
Fortnite as well.
I think I would say like a 20% smaller than Fortnite,
Wow.
which 20% is a decent amount. Think about it.
Yeah, I think PUBG. I think
Because there's still
Fortnite's
100
map-
people in there.
I think Fortnite's map's real small. Like, there's, like, when you land, no matter what direction you go, you're fucking fighting somebody.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
in this game, you can literally land on the outskirts, gear up, and get within the circle with no problems, and probably still run into people. And
Because
what I
you
like
also have a
about this
mount.
game, because they have built-in mounts. That's a good point, Asi. And what I like about this game is the forge mechanic, where you can build equipment, and forges are basically hotspots. Let's say you drop in, you loot up, you kill 1 or 2 people. It's mid-game. There's, I don't know, 40 people left. You don't know where to go on the map. Find the nearest forge that's inbounds, and there will be motherfuckers cooking gear there. You either kill them and take their shit, or you get killed and GG, start over. The forge adds the mechanic that I feel like other battle royales like PUBG and Fortnite, where mid-game could be kind of slow, kind of RNG, whether or not you run into people. Here you have mid-game hotspots where you're more likely to not find people. And you don't even have to run directly, you know, in those forge areas, because the mechanic is if somebody's cooking something in the forge, like there's smoke coming out the chimney, which you can see from far away.
Yeah.
And I guess for people who don't know,
I didn't know
basically how the game works is that you disenchant stuff you don't need. You can make legendary weapons, armor, potions, and stuff like that. So you can run up on a hill, look over the town, and see the forge cooking. Boom, somebody's there. Or there's nothing cooking, you can go make something, or you just drop the marker on the map and go to the next forge. So I think that's a mechanic that's not really talked about a lot, but basically, if you want to be in the action nonstop, you can be. While in Fortnite or PUBG, sometimes, one, because of map size, B, because, you know, other than landing in the hot zone, there's not, you might run into people, you may not after, you know, early game. But the forge mechanic adds variety and nonstop action, if that's what you're about, which with me, that's what I'm about.
So, to catch anybody up, last week at the end of the podcast, we all agreed to play a couple matches of Realm Royale. before these updates that Tip were talking about. So me, Tip, and Aussie played. I think I played three matches.
3.
And Aussie, what was your take on the game at that time? You
I
play more battle royales.
I think I played a couple matches before you got on as well, and I think I was like done with it. I think I played like 3, 4, 5 matches. I was like, I'm done. And then everyone else got on. I was like, all right, I'll play a couple more. So it's definitely like
have
every
you
other.
played that since after the last podcast? or
No, I haven't. No, I haven't played since that day.
So,
But I don't know,
Are
I
you down to
just-
try again? Or you're like,
I mean,
fuck
look.
it?
I'm kind of like a YOLO kind of person. I'll try anything. I don't give a dick. You know what I mean? But I just couldn't get into it. It was just like,
Yeah, that's fine though. I'm not the kind of person where like,
Yeah.
how dare you not like my game? Like,
No,
Aussie
no,
may not like
I
it.
understand.
Like everybody
I mean,
loves Fortnite.
but
and
I'll
I
tell you
give
this,
no
but I'll
fucks
tell you
about
this.
Fortnite, you know,
but I'll tell you this. So I think the game wasn't as polished as both of the other like PUBGs and Fortnite, of course. But I can tell you this: I had more fun than playing PUBG. And
be-
I didn't like the combat, and I didn't understand things. Like I didn't understand what the weapons are, what I was grabbing. But I was having more fun because there's more things to
I
do and there's more
definitely
action.
Had more fun than PUBG, but I don't think it's a secret at this point that I think PUBG is very, very, very boring.
that, and you're not just like, A, you're not a battle royale game. B, to add to Ossie's point, it's not a polished game. This is literally the first week of it being an open alpha.
No,
up
I
until
know.
when we said so. Like today, it patched today, and it already addressed so many things that people complain about. That's another thing. I think the studio is called High Res.
Did
High
they add,
Res, something like
did they add
that.
solo queue yet?
They
they
added solo queue the next day. Like I said, yo, there's no solo queue next day. So we
Yeah,
recorded Thursday last time. Friday had solo queue.
Wow.
They hot fix stuff. They hot patch it. There's so many things.
It's good.
So many quality of life things that I'm not going to go into detail. You just got to play the game. But they listen to the people and they give people what you want, which I think is huge for success of the game, especially the Ninja, the Shrouds, the big streamers that are streaming it. That brings people in. They complain about this gun is OP, that gun is OP. They nerf a lot of stuff that needed to be nerfed, even though I've used it because I play with strong because I'm a little bitch. But I think long term of the game is they're taking all the right steps for the game to succeed. I'll say that much. I don't know if it's gonna dethrone PUBG or Fortnite or anything, but right now the game is fun. The studio is taking all the right steps for the game to prosper. I'll say that much, and we'll see where this goes.
I don't plan to play it, but I'm happy that you like it, and I'm happy that people like it. I don't think it's gonna take, Dr. Lupo and fucking Ninja, these guys out of Fortnite. I think that was like a one and done. It's new. Let's try it thing. But
No,
I guess
that's not true. I saw Shroud playing it yesterday.
Shroud definitely plays it daily.
That's because Shroud is trying to get it from underneath Ninja's shadow.
I mean, Shroud is a PUBG player. Shroud was never a Fortnite player.
I know.
What do you
but
mean underneath?
He's trying to. Well, so right now there's the guys like Ninja and Lupo that bring in 90 to 120,000 of fucking stream, and then there's the guys that bring in the 20s and 30s, and then there's guys that bring in the 1s and 2000s, and there's guys like me who brings in 2, right?
Ed, you had like
good
4
team.
the other
It's a
day.
good team.
Come on, bro. Give
Actually,
yourself some
I
credit.
peaked at 7 last night. What's up?
Yeah, 4 of them were bots, but we're not gonna talk
Well,
about
listen, who's counting the bots, really?
I went to sleep and I still left Mike's stream on.
My shit crashed. Marvel Strike Force is the next game we wanted to talk about. A mobile game that
You guys are disgusting to me, all right? I heard you guys talking about the other days. Oh my god, you guys are dead to me.
that. You know what? I agree with Ozzy. I have no excuse. Up until I've had an iPhone, not to turn this to a phone combo, but I've had an iPhone since 3G, right?
Sure.
And I never gave a shit about phone games. I didn't. Like when Doodle Jump came out, I played that, and Angry Birds, and everybody and their mom was playing that. And I'm like, okay, this is cool, but I never cared about phone games ever. And I'm a gamer, I've had consoles, so like I grew up playing games, but phone games never did it for me. I never really fuck with handhelds either. Just doesn't appeal to me. But this game has a lot more depth to it than a mobile game that I've previously played. This game is fun. Like you can play it like easy come, easy go, or you can actually sink in hours into this game. Ask Mike.
Right.
And without actually putting money into it or anything like that.
Bro,
Like Mike, would you tell me yes or Mike?
Let me tell you something. This game is the dumbest fucking game in the world. It's so fucking stupid and pointless. and I can't stop goddamn playing it. It's the fucking stupidest game in the world. You literally just click a thing. You fucking let these guys fight. You can even make them fight on their own if you're too lazy to, which is what I do now because I'm too fucking lazy to. And then I'm literally just making them fight just to like craft gear to level them up to make them fight. It's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever.
Dude,
I mean, hold on. To be fair,
that sounds like Destiny.
not.
We're gonna go there. We're just gonna do that now, huh?
Shots fired.
To be fair, if Mike is gonna phrase it that way, there's more. It's the best way, without going into to put in layman's terms. It's kind of like early fantasy games where it's a team versus team, turn based with some minor stats and gear. And there's, you need to put a squad that works well together. That that they have.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Go ahead.
The game is basically turn-based RPG combat, right? But the
Yes.
object of the game is really to put together a team, and they feed you little pieces of the team little by little, and to level up your guys by crafting gear and finding more of those guys so you can level them up and rank them up. So really you spend all your time trying to find mats to craft parts to level them up, make them stronger, and then you'll fight harder levels and harder teams so that you can get higher level, more rare mats to level them up and all that stuff. So
But there is a little bit of diversity to it in the sense that every class, let's say the Captain America's, like each character has a type of class, and there's like a story mode for only quote unquote hero characters. There's
Sure.
a story mode of quote unquote villain characters. There's one where you just throw your best team at it. There are raids in that game.
Yeah.
If you want the game to be in depth, there's definitely a lot of depth to the game. But if you want to just be like fuck around at work like Mike, you can also do that and not spend a dime and still have a good ass time.
They give you a fuck ton of things to do. Like it's not. I mean, I'm
And the biggest thing,
simplifying
you
it,
don't
but
need
like
to
you can
spend
log in.
money.
You can log in and sink hours into just doing one campaign or another campaign or all the fucking campaigns, and then or you can go do the raid stuff, which I haven't been able to do one yet because I feel like every time I go there, they're already in motion. And then or you could do these special daily quests. They have events all the time. Like they really, really, really went in on fucking all the things you could do in that game. But fuck that game, man. I'm playing it right now.
Oh my god. You guys are still disgusting, bro.
I hate myself for it, Ossie.
There's no real gamers that play mobile games. Get out of here with that shit. That's
I
disgusting.
hate myself.
And
so
yet here
much.
I am.
And you know what? Like, we can joke about Destiny all you want, but like while I'm fucking loading into whatever stupid shit I'm doing in Destiny, I'm doing that fucking game in the loading screen. So, two of the biggest time-wasting dumb games in the world that I can't stop playing.
That sounds like something Mike would do.
It sounds like something I do. The next item on our list is someone crossed out Destiny 2. Fuck you guys. State of Decay 2. Me and Ossie played some
Yeah,
multiplayer.
I put that puppy.
Me and Ossie played some multiplayer State of Decay 2. It
I
also
watched some streams of the game. So I mean,
you're
I
gonna
can't
get it?
talk about like you guys, but I know what you guys talking about.
Are you gonna get it though?
Nope.
You piece of shit.
I
Yes.
actually like that game a whole lot.
I like it. I don't know about a whole lot, but I like it a lot more than I thought I would like it. Like the only reason why I bought it, I was like, I'm a piece of shit and Mike's my boy, and I'll buy it. You know what I mean? Y'all know. And I bought it, and I'm like, it's okay. And then I got into it a little more, and then once we started playing on my save, I was like, it's pretty fun. I can dig it.
I like the loop. Like you get stuff, you're trying to keep your base happy and with load
Yeah,
up with the
yeah, it's
mats
cool.
and level up your base and stuff like. So
For those who don't know, can you just a brief what kind of game is it?
I mean,
We don't know.
it's a base and community development game disguised as a zombie game. So basically, you're these people the zombie apocalypse happened in whatever place you're in, and you're trying to build up a community. So you have a base, and you're trying to add things to the base, like a farm and water collection thing, and a clinic, and all this stuff. And you have to level those things up and upgrade those things to do better things. And to do that, you have to go out into the world and find materials. That's the loop. So then you go out into the world, and you loot these buildings that are nearby, and you bring stuff to level up the base. But the problem is, the stuff you loot nearby runs out because everything in the world is finite. So then you end up venturing further and further away from your base to get stuff.
Yep.
And then that's when it gets dangerous. Like the other day, me and Asi had to take a car, and we went a good way away from the base. It is really stressful because it's permadeath. There's very specific characters in your base, and when they die, they are dead. Done. You could fuck yourself up in that game to where you have nobody to play and you lose the game.
Yeah.
So how difficult are the zombies? Are there different kinds of zombies?
There's different-
There's these really simple ones that are just slow, and you could take 3-4 of them at a time pretty easily. There's these red-eyed ones that can get you sick that are a little bit tougher. You still can take a couple of them at the same time, but it gets dangerous. When you have 2 people there, it's pretty easy to take on multiple. There's these fat ones that fuck you up. There's these screamers that will make this.
He said about the fat ones. Fat one, the fuck yeah.
No, remember the guy's like, "Hey, you should shoot it from far," and you and I are like, "YOLO, let's hit it with our fucking bat."
Like, we're not wasting a bullet. Get out of here. Oh, Jesus, we should have shot it.
Fuck, we should have shot it. There's
So it kind of sounds like Left 4 Dead in a sense of different types of zombies that you can't just.
much slower paced zombies, right? And there's these screamer ones that if he sees you, they'll scream and then attract all the ones in the area, and that can become overwhelming. And there's these really tough ones. I've only seen one so far. These little angry, fast ones that are really strong, and they jump around and they really fuck shit up. So, and I'm sure there will be more and more as you go further and further from the base. So far, I really like that game. I only like to play in like 1 hour bursts, just get a couple things in, go on a couple runs, and you're really just going on runs for mats, whatever your base needs, and then that's it. And then, find out the next thing your base needs and go on a run.
No,
for
you
that.
can upgrade. You can like buy like no, you can like make different spots, settlements and stuff. So
Yeah.
not just like just upgrading. But
Like if your base, if you bring on a survivor and you're running low on food, you can make a pizza place, a food place, so it'll generate 1 food per day. And like I think on Asi's, he was low on materials, so we found this building company that will generate 1 building material per day, to feed that stuff to the main base and all that stuff. There's a lot of systems in there, and it's way more complicated than I think I would have ever thought from that game. But it's pretty cool, and the even coolest part, $30, which is a great price for a game.
Oh, that's not bad at all. I didn't realize it was only $30.
Yeah, bro. $30, man.
Now,
The
Ozzy
multiplayer's-
mentioned that. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Ozzy mentioned that when you're playing on his save, meaning when you play multiplayer, only the host save progress.
It does the Far Cry 5 thing where
Far Cry, every
that's
Far Cry
ugly.
thing.
Man,
Far
that's
Cry
ugly.
thing. Now, what it does do right is when you leave, I don't know if you saw this, Asa, when you leave and go back to your own base, it'll give you this thing. It'll say like rewards that you acquired from playing multiplayer, and then you get a whole bunch of mats and shit. I don't know.
Okay,
how,
at least you get something. At least you get
Well, I
something.
think we broke it. I think we broke it because I was able to access your entire inventory, even though we're playing at my save. So
I don't
think
know what that was
something's-
about. But then when I left, I went back to mine and I got all these rewards for playing multiplayer. And then my stuff was still there. So I don't know how that works. I don't know if it combines our shit or what the fuck. Or how it even knows. Multiplayer's kind of janky. Like there's been
yeah, a little
Yeah, I
bit.
told
times.
that's the one thing I told y'all before either one of y'all got the game. Saw it on Twitch, a couple of streamers playing it, and multiplayer.
Bro,
definitely
that's
has
never
some
stopped us from.
Yeah.
That's never stopped. It.
That's
There's
true.
weird shit where like this quest marker was there and we could hear the guy from the quest screaming for help, but he was just not there.
We're like, we want to help you, but we can't do. We
We didn't know
can't
if he
see
was
you.
in the floor or where they spawned him, but it didn't work. I went back single player and he was there and it was fine. And then just multiplayer things just don't quite load right. We had a couple zombies spawn inside of like a hill and we'll hear it and we're like, where the fuck is it? And he's just inside the floor. He can't get us. We can't get him.
That's
Weird shit like that. Nothing horrible. Like it didn't like crash the game multiple times or anything stupid like that. I think Aussie disconnected one time and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was definitely playable, so it's not that
Sure.
serious.
And not only playable,
But-
but I would say it works pretty well if you can deal with a little
Yeah,
bit of jank. I would say it works better than PUBG.
I mean,
That's not saying much. That's not saying much at
my
all.
dick works better than PUBG.
Now, what Jurassic World? We had it on Thinking Multiplayer. You were playing it last night because Ozzy and I are excellent friends. I convinced you to buy it, and you had a time of your life
Okay.
dealing with the one dinosaur. Quick recap
all,
on how that went.
I need to. All right. So I was talking to you guys and I was fucking around on the stream. I didn't pay attention, probably as much attention as I should, to the tutorial. So I have no idea how to keep those aggressive dinosaurs inside their cages. I even made the cage electric, and they would just get mad and just like, I don't know.
break it?
Yeah, dude, he just fucking escaped multiple times.
Huh.
So I like the game a lot. First of all, the things that
That made for very great content. I was laughing my ass off the entire time.
Bro.
Multiple Jimmys were eating in the park. I mean, while you were struggling, the channel was entertained. I'll say that much.
Yo, Andrew came on the chat last night.
Did he?
Yeah, and he like just in time too, because right before he was like, "Oh man, this game looks cool," and I'm like freaking out because this goddamn dinosaur just broke out again, started eating people, and I'm pretty good.
People?
Dude, I killed last night
Goddamn,
after you left. I killed at least 7 or 8 park people. I'm not kidding,
Man, I wasn't there.
bro. I had no idea what to do. The fucking thing's just running around eating people. I'm like, oh my god! I changed out all my walls. Like I was doing crazy Sims shit. Like it happened. You can't pause the game, so it's not like one of those games where you could stop time and then think about what you have to do.
Yeah.
So I'm like freaking out. I build a wall around it so I contain it, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I just have to leave it there.
That dinosaur fuck your shit up, Mike.
I like that game a lot.
It's
the
a fun
things-
game.
The things that
Definitely
IGN
fun to watch too.
The things that IGN complained about, I liked. I liked the loop. You basically have to send expeditions to different parts of the world to look for fossils. You then dig in the fossils through some process in a building to find more DNA for different dinosaurs, which unlocks new dinosaurs and also makes your dinosaurs better, the quality of the dinosaur, if you will. And your dinosaurs could fail the process of creating them.
The incubation.
The incubation, yes, that incubation process can fail. So as you research that dinosaur more, the chance of it coming out are better, and chance of getting a good, higher quality version of that dinosaur, because they have star ratings and all survivability. And all this cool
Oh,
stuff.
that's something you like.
Nobody should listen to IGN anyway. Fuck IGN.
I agree.
Yeah, IGN.
Sure.
It's funny because IGN gave it.
Clickbaiters,
IGN was the only
ads,
person
all
that gave
that
it
bullshit.
a bad thing.
IGN ripped it, and I almost, that was the thing that made me hesitant about buying it, because IGN reviewed so fucking bad.
That
And-
should have made you buy it on the spot, because if IGN says it's bad, it's definitely an awesome game that you should play.
So I like the loop of the game. I just need to, like, it got frustrating at the end because I honestly have no idea how to keep the bad dinosaurs from escaping. No fucking clue, bro. They just break out at will. Just like, why even have those fences there when he wants to? He just runs his head into it 3 times and it just breaks down. I can't repair the fences while he's hitting it because it happens too fast. And then I just have to let him eat someone and then have my helicopter come, put him to sleep, and then we start the whole process over. The game ended up being me just watching him because I was scared he would escape at any moment. So that got a little annoying. But I don't think that's the game's fault. I think that's my fault for not paying attention. I'm sure that somewhere in the tutorial they were like, "Hey,
For sure.
here's the things you need to do to like keep these guys, captive correctly and all kinds of shit." And my dumb ass was like, "Click, click, 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 click. Fuck this, I'll figure it out." I did not figure it out.
Fantastic. You gonna stream that tonight?
I'll probably play it tonight. It's getting late. I probably won't stream it tonight, but I'll definitely play it tonight.
Twitch.tv/more911.
Fallout 2 is something that
I
is
am
dear
thinking about.
to my heart. I love that game. It is one of the first CRPGs I played as a child. And
I'll take it one step further and say it's in that genre. It's an all-time classic.
Oh, for sure. And Tip
I
just
never
said
played
that you won't like it. Tip said he wants to get back and he's thinking about playing it again. Talk to me. Wow.
I'll take it one step further. I'll say it's probably, which I'm gonna get flamed for this, and I'm gonna sound like one of those back in the day when I had to walk uphill in the snow to school both ways. But I'm gonna go take it a step farther and say it's the best Fallout game they've made. I think overall it's the most, in the sense, it's the most Fallout-y Fallout that there is.
I would
Because you
say
can argue about the outdated graphics, you can argue about the gameplay. Like obviously, so like a game came out in '98 or not, whenever, right? If you were born in 2000s or later, you're probably gonna look at it and say, nah, I'm good. Try that. And it's a hard game to get into, and there's like a two hour. Like I love the game, and the first 2 hours for me, even like, God damn it,
It's hard as fuck.
This kind of sucks, yeah. But this game is so rewarding. There's so much dialogue. Dialogue, obviously, there's no voiceovers, so there's nothing. But if you play as a low intellect character, you literally just grunt and make noises at people, and people overcharge you for stuff. You have no intelligence, but you can talk to like super mutants who are dumb as hell. Like that game is so fun as a CRPG. And with all this Fallout talk, man, and we'll get to 76 later a little bit, but makes me want to go back and play 2 because it's been about 10, 15 years since I played 2.
I love that game. Here's my Fallout list. The best Fallout game, Fallout New Vegas. The second best Fallout
I have
game.
no beef with that. I have no beef with that whatsoever.
My second favorite Fallout game is probably Fallout 2. My third, I think I go Fallout 3. Then I go Fallout 1. Then I go Fallout 4.
Yep.
So I want to come in here, coming from a guy that's only played
Haven't
one
you
Fallout.
only played 4?
Fallout 4, bro. That was a great game.
It's the worst one.
Listen to me. Listen, hear me
No,
out.
no. Okay, hold up. Let's
Go. All right, go.
since
Go.
we're talking
Ozzy,
about
go.
Fallout, we
Ozzy,
might
go.
as well, right?
So I just pulled up some pictures of Fallout 2. That game looks like ass crack.
Well,
Oh my
it's
god.
fucking 20
This
years
game came out in
old.
'98. What are you?
It's
Yes.
literally
Looks like
20 years
dick.
old. 20 years old, bro.
I don't know, man. That game looks like ass.
Yeah, but you know what? The freedom in that game, like Tip said, you could do anything. You could just walk into a town, you get killed, but if you want, you pull out your gun and just fucking go to war with the whole town. Fuck it, YOLO.
I did that in Fallout 4.
Yes, but it's not the same.
No. In
won't
Fallout
let
4,
you.
there's characters you can't kill.
Yeah, Fallout
They're
4
scared.
and all those Fallouts,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
guys
yeah,
that you
yeah.
can't kill. That game will let you break the game. It'll let you kill the guy that gives you the quest to keep moving. And then you're like,
Sounds like a bad idea.
well, back then, that's how they did things. Back
The
then,
games didn't hold your hand.
Yeah, back then,
the
games
games
were like
did
YOLO.
not hold your
The
hand.
game, like, dude, that game is amazing.
Put it like Vanilla WoW here, huh?
Put it exactly, Ossie. That was the point I was exactly gonna make. I'm like, as a guy who's all about Vanilla WoW and Burning Crusade and Lich King, this is Vanilla WoW to us. What 4 is to you. You feel me?
Listen, I respect.
Bro,
It looks like ass,
It's a
but I
very
respect.
difficult game to play because it doesn't hold your hand at all. Like he said, the first 2 hours is like brutal, just even staying alive because like you'll be walking to a town and then you'll get into a random fight and these guys will come kill you and you're like, oh,
Oh, cool. That's
I
it.
forgot to
that
save.
sucks.
Oh, no autosave. So I forgot to save. Fuck you. Start over.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds like a rough time.
And, you should stream that. Tip, streaming Fallout. I should stream that. That sounds fun. Yeah, I love that game.
And we'll
now-
get you 76. Let's keep going down the list because
Hold on,
I have a
before
lot
we
more
move
to
on,
say.
Before we move
Go
on,
ahead. Go ahead.
the Fallout 4, while the main game was whatever, the first DLC, the one where you go to that island.
Wait, you just said Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Save it for 70. Hold on, Mike. That's a per. I agree with what you're about to say. That's a good combo to have when we get to 76.
No, I'm talking
Let's
about
go down
Fallout
our
4 though.
list. I understand, but 4 and 76, I feel like because it's the same engine, the same visually, we'll be able to talk about both.
Okay.
But look, hold on.
I think we're done with that list. We just got to go to Witcher 3.
I was lost.
More State of Decay?
Oh, I had to save Decay on there first, and then we already talked about State
Oh,
of Decay.
word. Okay, so Witcher 3.
Witcher 3.
It's funny.
Thinking about
We
playing
just had
Witcher
this
3.
conversation because
Yeah.
to me, it was between Fallout 2 and Witcher 3, and you put Witcher 3 in there, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody doesn't know that that's like one of my favorite games of all time.
I'm gonna take it one step further and say it is arguably,
Further. Fuck you, man.
it's the greatest single player game of all time. In a sense, not hold up. It's not my
Big
favorite.
push, buddy.
That's why I said arguably. Emphasize it. I would even say
Damn.
not to me, because to me, like Half-Life 1, I'm the Quake, OG games
Half-Life
that got
1
me
over
into
Half-Life
gaming.
2?
Yes, to me,
No, see,
because
I'd
again,
take
nostalgia, the original games, you know what I mean? But in a sense of gameplay, immersiveness, DLC, like the check boxes of a good game, you can make a solid point just from those check marks that arguably Witcher 3 is the best single game of all time. People would disagree. People have their favorite games, and that's perfectly fine. I don't even think so. But from aesthetics, gameplay, DLCs, mechanics, quests, you got to put it on the list of conversations of best single games of all time. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just hate third person, man.
Even
That's
for
a valid
fucking
complaint.
RPG.
But
Dude,
to
I
me,
don't know.
Actually, I mean,
Fallout
just,
was
how do you
when I
make
got-
good swordplay? How do you make good swordplay when you're not in third person? Is the problem?
but to me,
What?
that's a point for the
Skyrim?
game, Aussie.
Skyrim has terrible swordplay, bro.
But it worked, and
I'm
it's
not
a great
saying
game.
works. I'm
Skyrim
saying
has terrible
good.
combat. Period.
Skyrim's combat is some of the worst ever. I'm not talking about works. I'm talking about actually good.
I mean, yeah,
And I'm with
it's
Aussie,
way
by
harder.
the way. I
It's way
hate
harder.
third person. I hate third person. But that speaks for how good the game is. If I hate third person and the game is, in my opinion, that good. You know what I
So
mean?
look, I'll tell you what. I remember I got The Witcher 3 and I played it for like, I want to say like 5 days, and I liked it, but then I lost. I think I did something where I lost the quest or something. Like I don't know where I went, or I don't know what happened to where every quest in my quest log is way too high, and there's nothing I can do. So I think I literally have to restart the game.
No, you don't. You just went too far forward. I promise you.
No,
don't.
but I don't have any quest that's even close to like my level. So every
Yeah, but you
quest I
can
try to
go
go
back
do, I
and
just
pick
die.
up.
Yeah, I
you
think-
can go
I think-
back.
I
I mean,
think
we
you-
can have a separate conversation.
Dude, I
up there,
tried. I swear to
but
God, I tried.
promise
Mike told me
you
where to go and
this-
stuff, and
this-
I'm with Tip on this. You just kind of missed something.
oh no, it's definitely my issue. That's for sure.
All right.
But
So Witcher
the
3.
game was great. I agree.
I started
It was
a new
good.
save recently, and I'm thinking about just playing through that on easy, just to go through it and experience it and seeing all the.
And instead of Fallout 2, I might just go New Game Plus with it. Since I beat it, I never actually started a New Game Plus, and just go try a different. Because I just played as mostly like a swordsman with some basic defensive abilities. I might actually try because there's so many different builds in the game you can go. I'm gonna just go like a straight mage build or something like that in that game.
Can we talk
and-
about how fine all the fucking girls Geralt fucks with are? Every single fucking girl this guy talks to.
See, to me,
Yeah.
like, man, I don't care about that. To me, it's always weird. Naked video game chicks.
Listen,
It's just, to me, it's.
don't judge
I
me.
mean, yes,
Do not judge me for what
but
I do.
I
in the
don't. To
privacy
me,
of my
it's
own
weird.
home.
I don't care.
Don't judge me for what I do in the privacy. of
What's
my
up,
own home.
Tip? What is wrong with you, bro?
I
Why are you
mean,
judging, bro?
I'm not judging.
That's a
I'm
tick,
saying,
bro.
Look,
listen, do you? I'm gonna do
Siri,
me.
Siri can get it. Fucking Yennefer can get it.
Listen,
Fucking,
if we
what's,
talk,
the, what's
okay,
the redheaded one? That bitch could
if
get.
this
They
is
all of them.
this is where the conversation's going. You want to talk about OG video game chick? Let's
Sure.
talk about Cortana. Let's talk about
Yeah,
Cortana.
I can't
Cortana's
fuck with
fire, dog.
Cortana.
What, Mike?
I can't fuck with Cortana.
Hold
How
up.
dare you?
Nah,
This dude brought up video game chicks and then said Cortana. No, guys, sorry, I got to back out of this
Bro,
conversation.
I remember
What?
the first time I saw Cortana, I was jerking myself off so hard. And I was like 10. That was the first time, too. I was like, what is this little hard thing I have? This is amazing.
God damn
Still
it.
to this day, it's still a little hard thing.
So, with that, let's dive into E3,
E3. So
which
I
I'll
think
just take it off the top. Cyberpunk, because, let's be honest,
Badass.
that's the only thing. And I don't want to get ahead of myself, right? I don't want to get ahead of myself whatsoever,
sounds
but I'm
like
going to go ahead and say that it's going to be the greatest game of all time. That's it. That's all I got to say about that.
Wow. He's like, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but the good
I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't want to put any pressure in the studio, and I don't want to get ahead of myself. But this is probably gonna be the best game ever made, easily.
I mean, that's a little.
yeah,
all
just
right.
cause, all right.
I hope. I really do hope.
He Kanye.
Jokes
the fuck out
aside.
of, he Kanye the fuck out of that. But
Oh
go ahead.
yes, it definitely did. It definitely did. But it's okay because I don't know if y'all read any. Because I've been obsessed. Like people are coming out like, oh, this looks fun. I've been on this since they announced it in 2012. I'm talking about before Witcher 3, yo.
I
Like
remember.
they announced this long time ago.
I've been
And CD
working on this
Projekt Red is arguably, in my opinion, again, this arguably, but to me, because they're independent, they don't rush their shit. They put out product when it's ready, and they put out good games.
Agree.
So to me, while I'm sad that we don't have a date or anything like that, or even seen gameplay, the fact that they're showing
I
something
mean,
is
people
already
pe-
great.
pe- People
Oh, I
have
have
seen the
some on the
gameplay.
list, bro.
They haven't shown.
Yeah,
it
there
publicly.
was-
They're doing closed door presentations.
Yeah, and that's what I was leading into. You guys probably did not read the recaps of the gameplay trailers. Like people who played the game, I read.
They didn't. They didn't
Like,
let any.
spent
They
2
didn't,
hours.
they didn't let anybody play the game. They played the game for people.
Yeah, in front of people. Yeah. Though there was a video, somebody did leak a video of the city somewhat, like, and I could take it down on YouTube. That's what series that brought it. But even that just tidbit looked amazing.
I'm sure.
But instead of just talking about how how fun we think it's going to be, why are we excited? Because it's a CD Projekt Red game, and that means to me what Bethesda used to mean to me. To me, is
We
now
used to mean
Bethesda.
to me.
Yes, I mean, I'm just being honest.
Which brings us to
because-
our next topic.
Hold on. No, I'm not ready to get off the Cyberpunk, yo. Because why am I so excited? Because I read about the gameplay. This is the game I've been wanting Fallout to be for a while since Vegas.
Well,
Because
you don't know what the game even is. I
It's
think
a-
you're getting ahead of yourself, bro.
no. I'm not talking about 76. I'm just talking about 4. So because the only
Yeah,
Fallout we've had since Vegas was 4, and for all 4, we're
I
gonna
feel
get
like
you
this is
4,
gonna be
but
a
it's
different thing.
it's not a yeah. But my point is that it's not an RPG game, and based on all the reviews I've read, first and foremost, Cyberpunk is a RPG game, and everything else second, where your decisions affect everything, where conversations affect everything, which is opposite of Fallout 4. That was my biggest beef with Fallout 4. So people may not like Cyberpunk the way I do. They may not be excited about the game the way I am, but it's
I
a
think
true
everybody is.
RPG.
Yeah.
It's a true RPG first and foremost, where decisions matter, and that's what I'm so excited about. And graphics look amazing, and there's no true classes. Like everything I read about it, I'm like, God damn it, this is going to be amazing. But everybody knows Cyberpunk. This is gonna be amazing.
I think
Y'all
the game's gonna
can-
be good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's gonna be
CD Projekt Red.
badass.
I think it's gonna be good. I'll buy it for sure.
I mean,
You buy everything. That
Yeah,
doesn't
come
mean
on.
anything.
That's true.
That doesn't mean anything at all.
So Bethesda came out. They teased Fallout 76 before E3. They showed Fallout 76 to some extent. They confirmed the Elder Scrolls 6 and teased Starfield. I don't even know where to start. So first of all, let's get the easy ones out of the way. They said afterwards that the Elder Scrolls is in pre-production.
Yeah, so that's
So
2020.
that's nowhere
2020
close.
the earliest.
That's not even. I don't even think 2020. I think 2021, 2022. That's not even close. So I'm not even gonna talk about that. That's pointless.
That means like, hey guys, I guess we're gonna make
talking.
it.
Yeah, we're talking about making it. We're figuring out where it's gonna take place.
we talked about it once or twice.
Starfield. I have high
We
hopes
know
for
nothing.
it, but we don't know
We haven't-
anything. We haven't seen anything. We've seen a logo.
Yeah,
That's
I know
it.
nothing about
So
A lot of people putting a lot of stock into it because it's Bethesda and because
Sure.
of the track record,
Sure.
and to some people it's a lot higher than mine,
Sure.
which is fine. But I want to see before I get any kind of hype. I want something. Show me a pre-rendered clip. You know what I mean? Starfield, ooh, awesome. I just can't get excited
right.
without anything at all. Even for Cyberpunk, they had to put out that fake ass trailer for me to be like, okay, this is cool. So I mean, I'm glad they're making a new IP. You know, that's awesome.
I'm
Show
also
me
glad
something.
they're making a new IP, but they need to show something. But I'm also guessing that's 2-3 years away. Fallout 76 comes out this year, fellas. What do you think about?
Is
Rust?
this year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
November.
October.
Oh, October.
But that's
yeah.
what they do. That's what they've been doing that with since 3.
So
They announced
Ozzy and
and
Eddie
ship it.
seemed to think much more highly about the idea than I was.
No. I think you got me a little mistake.
You guys were
you
like, "That
hate
sounds
it.
badass."
I said it sounds like a Rust game, which I'll play it, but it's not a Fallout game, which I'm also sad because I actually liked 4, and that was the first Fallout
But
game I ever played.
4 is not a Fallout game.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay, but what I'm saying
mean,
is,
it's the only
I
one
feel
he's
like if I
played,
liked
so-
4, I
Right.
feel like if I liked 4, I would have liked another another next one kind of thing. And there's
I
no
think
other
because
one,
you like
and-
4, you're gonna like this.
See, and I disagree.
I don't
I
like the
think
whole
this,
Rust-
this seems
I don't-
this seems
I
like
don't-
a whole different. This doesn't
Listen,
feel like
I
anything.
like the whole rusting kind of multiplayer thing, but not all the time. You know what I mean?
Oh, hold up. Let's dive because there was a lot of misinformation. They released a lot more information that I don't know if you guys read. A couple of things because we were worried about a few things. A, griefers.
Right.
Once you die, you don't lose your shit.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's
I
important.
read that. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
That's a good
That's
thing.
that's fine.
Because I thought off the bat it was going to be. Second of all, once somebody killed, like they made it sound like you can play solo, but you still interact with other people, and other people can decide to kill you. Which, again, if they does happen, from the way they made it sound, again, they didn't go into specific, but it sounds like same person cannot kill you. Whatever is preventing them, whether you respawn far away or you're locked from getting killed, I don't know what it is. It sounds like just you cannot camp my body like WoW or Rust or whatever and keep killing me over and over and over again. So that's good. So overall, we all agree that I don't know if this is Fallout, but if we take a step back, this is a good financial move for them. People Fallout 4 sold well. A lot of people who didn't play other titles played and enjoyed the game. People like Ozzy, and I'm not saying in a negative way. People, hey, this building is fun. Fallout is fun. This combat is fun, because I will say that while combat is still a bit wonky, it's a lot better than it was in 3 in Vegas. People enjoy the building and the open world of it because it's a good sandbox game. That was always my beef with Fallout 4. It's a fun, exciting sandbox game, but it's not a Fallout game. The truth is, most people don't care because people
I
enjoy
actually
Fallout.
didn't like the whole building part, like the whole building up your community. I hated that. I was like, God damn, these like forced.
That was new. That was new to Fallout 4. They never.
I
did
hated
that.
that
it
part.
too.
I hated it.
I hated it too,
I
but I
hated
went to
that
the subreddit and I mean, it's Reddit, so there's a circle jerk no matter what.
yeah.
But people love that shit, and I'm like, you know what? If majority of people like it, they're gonna do it. They don't care what me or you or him have to say. If people like it, people throw money at it, then it's gonna be good for
So-
them as a business decision.
So, man, I have so many thoughts about this fucking thing. So if just because one person can't grief you over and over again doesn't fix the problem, because guess what? There's gonna be thousands of people there. You're still gonna get dicked every time you go on there. And just because you don't, lose your shit doesn't mean it's not gonna be
listen,
annoying to
this
respawn,
was-
get killed, respawn, get killed, respawn, get
I
killed.
agree. I agree. Like I feel like in WoW, you don't lose your stuff, but every time I get killed, I'm like,
it's
God
just
damn,
annoying
this
as fuck
asshole.
because you have to walk the fuck back to where the fuck you were
Well,
doing.
we don't know how you're going to do it, but
You're right.
I would say what I was saying is like, I think you guys are creating it, like making it too harsh. I know everything they've showed or not showed, but they've talked about it is like, oh, I hate it. You guys hate it?
No,
But
it's me. I hate
I
it.
was
Tip's probably okay with it.
I think
No, I hate it. But
I think we should
But
give
mind
it.
your
I think we should
opinion
give it.
doesn't
I think
matter
we
to
should
them.
give it some time.
I mean, as we get closer to October, I'm sure they'll release videos and trailers and explain shit better.
October's
They
like
could still turn it
2
around.
months.
They could still turn it around for me. They could still like release something. I'm like, okay, this is more.
I
I
feel
want.
like they can't.
But like Earth was telling me, oh, they confirmed private servers. What do you like? If you don't want to get griefed, and create a private server. I'm like, if you have to create a private server to
eventually,
get away,
not a launch, by the way. Eventually,
right? But like, if you have to create a private server to make the game enjoyable, the game is fucking broken.
But we don't know yet,
But
bro.
you're right. We don't know yet. You're right. We don't know yet. And did I take a critical stance towards it? Yes, because all of the things they've said so far did not appeal to me at all. And Tip's right. And you're right. People like that shit. I hated Fallout 4's building mechanics so bad.
Yeah, I hate it. It was so stupid.
but
I didn't like it
people
either.
love it.
I know,
Best
and that's what I'm
example is
saying.
my
And
buddy
that's
Zach.
fine. I get it. Just like Nintendo spent 5 years showing goddamn Smash Brothers on their stupid presentation.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
literally 35 minutes of fucking Smash Brothers. They have Metroid 4 sitting in their goddamn arsenal, and they showed Smash Brothers. I don't get it. I know it sells like crazy, and people love that garbage. But me personally, the words that came out of their mouths in regards to Fallout just don't seem like something I'm into. That's all.
Yeah, it's all about money. And the best example is my buddy Zach, who's played 3, who's played Vegas, who likes those games, but he loved the fuck out of building shit. And he loves the
Jesus
idea
Christ.
of playing with other people. But here's the thing.
I love
I would
that.
consider myself a purist. I would say, Mike, you're a purist in the sense of Fallout. Ozzy, he didn't care for building, but he liked the open world. So I think Ozzy might enjoy the game. And I want to stress this. I don't think Fallout 4 is a bad game. It's not a Fallout game. And I don't necessarily think that 76 will be a bad game. It just doesn't sound like it will be a Fallout game or a game appealed to me, and that's okay. Based on everything they said so far, I'm probably not going to play it, but I get why they're doing it because they know hardcore players will probably buy Fallout at this point, anything with the word Fallout in it. So those people will come back and buy it
Wait.
for the most part. Then it's going to bring in a whole bunch of new players that came with Fallout 4. They're going to buy it.
Guys,
and then
at my
you're
job.
going to add in multiplayer, even more people? Hell yeah, come on in, play Fallout. So to Bethesda, financially, this makes perfect sense. While I don't like it, I don't agree with it, it makes sense, and I don't see them going another direction because this is what brings in the money. Simple as that.
I mean, I get it, but didn't mean I have to like it. There was a question put on here. Are we done with Bethesda?
Bethesda.
They did Rage. They did whatever.
Rage looked fun. Looked like Mad Max Doom.
Yeah, it looked like that's
looked
yeah. That's.
Doom was a fun shooter.
I agree, but I don't know if I don't know if I'd play another one. Like they talked about Doom.
Is it multiplayer? not Rust.
Rage? I don't know.
It's
I don't know.
multiplayer, right?
I don't know that like if they're like another Doom like that kind of game. I don't know that I want more of that. I know people.
Yeah,
love it.
I gotta see more. I'll probably end up buying it on sale or something because the gunplay in Doom is really fun. But then again, they also announced a new Doom.
Yeah, they announced
So-
new Doom. They announced new Wolfenstein, which looks weird. You play his daughters or some shit. I don't know. I can move. I'm happy moving past Bethesda.
Jump Force. Do you guys care? Oh, I skipped Resident Evil 2. Anybody? Y'all want to say anything about Resident Evil 2?
No, I'm tired.
No.
Like, let me tell you. God damn it. I have feelings on this too. Capcom are notorious. That company is notorious for reselling the same fucking game to people. I know that it's an industry thing now, but that company, more than anybody in the fucking world, loves shoveling the same game out over and over again, and it annoys the fucking shit out of me. They've remade every goddamn game they've ever made, and they're just gonna remake every goddamn game twice.
Mike, why
How many
did they
Devil
keep
May
remaking?
Cry? How many? Because assholes keep buying them. That's why.
Hey,
Yep.
boom. Topic.
I mean,
ended.
I get it. I get it. I know why they do it.
People
It's-
love Resident Evil. People love the fuck out of the Resident Evil the way you and I love Fallout. People love Resident Evil. I don't get it. But there are people who ride like
I know.
so many streamers and shit on Twitter were like, yo, this is the most hyped thing about it this whole E3.
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
They're on
Resident
crack.
Evil 2? What? But people love Resident
It's
Evil.
not even the best Resident Evil.
To them, the 2 is what Fallout to you and me Fallout 2 is. Like a lot of people ride and die with Resident Evil 2. I don't get it, but whatever.
What's Jump Force?
No
So
idea.
Jump Force was I see you know what it is or no?
No idea.
So they announced that it's basically a by the same studio that made Dragon Ball Fighter Z, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I
it's
believe.
So it's a fighter game.
But it's a fighter game. But what's cool about it is it has all the little anime characters. So it's like has Naruto,
Naruto.
has Goku, has Frieza. That's who they
Yeah,
showed
yeah,
off. So
yeah.
they basically got all the anime dudes.
But does it have
fighting each
Sailor
other.
Moon?
I don't think it has Sailor
Oh,
Moon.
get out of here. That's not real.
But I mean, basically, a lot of people got
It's not
real
real.
hype because it's 3D, not 2D, the way Dragon Ball Fighter Z is. And Dragon Ball Z is 3v3, while this is 1v1. So,
So it's like an anime, all anime joined fighting game.
3D fighter game. Yeah, well, because, you can fight Goku with Naruto, and that's I don't know anybody else. Basically, all those famous anime characters fighting each other, and all the weeboos were like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" I don't care, but it looks like people are gonna play it.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like they're focusing on the little niche, like fighters anime.
I wouldn't go niche. I think lots of people love anime. I don't care about it, but a lot of people love that shit.
Is that something you would buy, that game?
No, I'll buy Dragon Ball Fighter Z and literally not play 5 minutes of it.
That's right. Forza Horizon 4. I'm going to buy that game.
Looks great.
Yo, that
Oh my
game
God.
looks legit. You guys talked about how it doesn't look any different from other Forzas,
It doesn't at all.
It
but
looks
I haven't
exactly
played any
like-
other
It
Forzas.
looks exactly
So
like
Forza
Forza
7.
7.
Forza 7.
It looks exactly
to me, it
like
looks
Forza
like a better crew. Like I played Crew and I was like the
Oh,
beta Crew 2. I'm like,
yeah.
this
You
looks
literally
legit.
you literally just dissed the hell out of Forza. Crew looks like dickhole.
No,
compared to
no.
Forza.
That's why I said it's a better version of that. Like I played Crew 2, I got hype as hell. I was like, yo, this game is it. And then they showed up Forza. I'm like, oh, that's cool, Crew.
Did they put a release date on Forza Horizon 4?
Did they
The
release what?
Did they put a release date on Forza Horizon?
October 2nd. October
Wow.
2nd.
I'm
Bro,
buying it.
October is lit
Wow.
for video games.
Well, yeah, that's how it is. After Madden, all the games come out.
Dying Light 2,
Battle-
boys. I don't know if you guys.
So I didn't play the last Dying Light. I know you
Ah.
did and loved it.
Tip, you ever play Dying Light?
I watched, just like no, I did not play it. I watched streamers play it, and I see. I don't play it. I don't really care, but I see the appeal. I see why it's popular, and I see why people are excited.
Dude, the story was badass. And Mike, I don't really care about stories in games, right?
I know, if you care
thought
about
the
a story, it
was
must be amazing.
Badass in that thing, and you can play the whole thing co-op. It's not like you can play just the side missions. You can do all main missions co-op, and it's scary. And I don't like scary stuff, but it's not too scary. But it can be scary as dick though, because there's some areas where like I'm scared. You know what I mean? But Dying Light 2, I'm excited because if it's as good as 1, it's gonna be fun.
Dying Light 2. All right.
And to be fair, I did not see, other than a trailer, I did not care to look into it. Maybe it will make, because I like the idea of it. It's just, I don't know, I never get into it. But based on how good the first one is, which
I think
from
y'all
understand
like
was
it. I think
good.
everyone will like it.
If you guys, there's good multiplayer and y'all are hopping on it, I might hop in. So I'm not saying no.
Take a word for that.
So, they took the numbers out of Halo. They at a weird ass time because
What the heck? Yo, I was so confused. You know, I'm a massive Halo fan, right?
Sure.
What? I saw like the little
know.
like trailer or whatever that thing was, and I'm like, all right, what the hell did I just watch?
So, my thoughts. I don't know. This thing's all over the place. So it's a new Halo game. It's supposed to be the next full Halo game. So it's funny because there's the first Halo 1,
Is
2,
that
3
what they
trilogy.
said?
Yes,
They
There's the
confirmed
first-
it takes place in 5.
There's the
They
first.
confirmed that.
There's the first trilogy 1, 2, and 3. Then there was the second trilogy 4, 5, and 6. But
Uh-huh.
then they made Halo 4, Halo 5, and then Halo Infinite. Like, why now to lose the number? But then I started thinking about like, what's the word infinite mean? And I was thinking about how popular these semi-online games are, like Destiny and Anthem coming and all these fucking things. So I don't know. I'm speculating wildly here. This is going off of
getting
nothing.
hard.
This is going off of nothing, but like thinking about why you would choose the name Halo
Breaking news,
Infinite.
folks.
getting
Breaking
kinda
news.
hard.
This is why y'all listen to the No Name Mancast for the
But-
hot takes and breaking news.
If this turns out to be the case, I was the first
And
person
getting
to say
kind of
it.
hard.
No, but think about it. Why choose the name Halo Infinite if it's not going to be a living, breathing game that you update and things happen and it's maybe a little world hub, a tower type town? And
I don't know how I feel
maybe
about
Probably
co-op-
because they confirmed that it takes place after 5, and I don't think they would
Listen,
do that if they were going that direction.
I mean,
But I'm
taking
just
place after
speculating.
5. Taking place after 5 doesn't mean they don't, try to make it some weird online living thing. Because, like you said with Fallout 76, if you can build a community that plays online, you make more money because people keep playing it and they keep buying things.
Yeah.
So no one knows what that game is. We just know that it's the next big sequel for Halo. I just think the name Halo Infinite is a really interesting name to choose for Halo 6.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, so
I agree.
I hope it because I'm a hardcore Halo fan. And I hope it isn't like Destiny. I hope they just actually make a really good story because Halo 5 was like all over the place. It made no like the whole
was
story.
all
I beat it
over
and I was like, what the fuck?
Halo 5 isn't the one where they're Master Chief, they're like other Spartans trying to catch
Yeah,
Master
so it's
Chief
like
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, exactly.
And,
And it was
then
just
at the
so
end,
weird.
Cortana turns bad or something.
I was confused as balls.
Yeah,
I
it
was,
was
like, whatever. But the multiplayer, they made it for the multiplayer. I was scared it was gonna be crap. They came back to like kind of the roots. Like they removed all the crap. It was just kind of like you're like just shooting. But my biggest thing with the new Halo is, will it be? Oh, I'm sorry. I just got an email from. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
my bad. Will it be on PC, bro? Will it be on
Yes,
PC?
they confirmed
Will-
it. Yes.
They confirmed it.
They confirmed
Yeah, they
it's
said
going
it's
to be
coming to
PC
Windows
and
10.
Xbox the same day.
They
I
didn't confirm
have
PC.
never-
They confirmed
Oh.
Windows 10.
Oh, that's PC.
That's
That's
PC,
PC.
yeah.
I know.
All right.
But
all
they
right.
don't
No, it's
you know,
PC.
they don't
It's
announce-
PC for me and you, not Eddie.
Eddie, yeah, he's in Windows 7.
Eddie refuses to
Eddie's
update.
like on Windows XP.
Yeah. That's they didn't put a date on that, did they?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, that'd be nice. But
No. They didn't
Oh.
show anything at all about that other than the
They
title.
showed-
So
I wouldn't
no,
be
they showed
surprised if
they
it's-
showed a lot of cutscenes and Digital
That was
Foundry.
They did not. Okay, so they did not show anything.
Yeah, I was
Hold
like,
on,
that's like a movie,
hold
man.
on though. Digital Foundry broke the video apart, and they did say that's all in engine, so that's what the game will look like. Now that was
I
probably
mean-
running on a high end PC, not a fucking
Yeah,
Xbox One. But just like Anthem, which is our next item. Anthem, they've been putting out those videos showing Anthem that
Looks
level
awesome.
and all that stuff. That looks amazing. And they let a lot of Destiny. They're really going after Destiny hard because they brought in popular Destiny streamers, Datto and More Console and all these guys, the big time Destiny streamers. They brought them in to play the game so they can make videos, and people say it's real good. People say it looks good. People say that while they were playing on an Xbox controller, they know it was running on a high end PC. So,
Ah,
it's not going to look like that for the console folks, I'm sure, but the game looks really good. It looks like Destiny with mechs.
yeah, which doesn't sound bad at all.
Yep.
Y'all know my beef, and Mike has a perfect counter. Says, "But Battlefield," and I'm like, "Okay, you're right." But
Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna
Just-
say.
the giant neon EA over it makes me cautious. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad or anything like that, but
You're talking,
and
to, you're talking to a guy.
EA, it's just I'm like, I don't know if it's everything about it looks good. I agree.
Bro.
I don't know if it's a first day buy for me, which probably will be because you also will buy it and I won't fall behind. But right now I'm gonna say it's not a day one buy for me because I'm like I just don't trust EA not to fuck it up. And to counter your Battlefield point, they fucked up 1.
That's not even what I
And
was
they
gonna
fucked
say.
up 4 and
That's
3
not what
with
I was gonna say.
premium.
That's not what I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you're talking to a man whose favorite franchise for many years was Mass Effect, and EA acquired that company called BioWare, and Mass Effect has just went to the
And
shit.
BioWare hasn't made a single good game since.
Well, no, that's not true. They put out both 2 and 3 under EA badge, and both of those were great games. Andromeda was terrible. That was the one that came out a year ago.
Everyone ripped on that so bad, dude.
Andromeda's a bad game. No, you know what? Andromeda was not a bad game. I take that back. It was a bad Mass Effect game, kind of the way Fallout 4 is a bad Fallout game. If Andromeda was named anything else besides Mass Effect, people would have probably liked it a whole lot because it's just a bad Mass Effect game. But that's besides the point. I personally have watched EA rip one of my favorite developers to pieces as they put out this trash called Mass Effect. So I
love
feel
BioWare.
you. I feel you. But BioWare is the ones behind Anthem, and they have one shot, or I'm sure EA's closing their fucking doors. You know I love me a loot shooter. This game is a loot shooter. And my favorite thing I've heard
Mike's
about
gonna be
Anthem
all
so
over
far, my favorite thing by far so far about Anthem, there's no PvP.
Yeah, I don't care about PvP in those games.
Well, so deeper than just like I don't care about PvP, there is no PvP, which means they can get real crazy with the weapons and real crazy with the items and a lot of different types of items because they don't have to worry about how it breaks PvP. The way the Destiny people, everything the Destiny people do have to think about,
Sounds
like
dope.
how's this gonna fuck up PvP?
I'm just sad about BioWare because I had everybody played Knights of the Republic, right?
Right.
I
mean, I did. I don't think Aussie did.
Wait, the
Knights
first
of
one?
the Republic 1
No,
and 2.
He definitely didn't.
No, hell no.
Oh, okay, to me, those were some of the best RPGs ever, arguably the best Star Wars games ever. And then I had so much hope for
KOTOR 1 was the best Star Wars game ever made. I'll say it.
What? What'd you say?
KOTOR 1
being the
was the best Star Wars game ever made. I'll say it.
I have no beef with that statement. But what I'm getting at is that once they announced the MMO, I was so happy and just
Well, you know KOTOR 2. You know KOTOR 2 wasn't BioWare. That was Obsidian.
I know, and that's why it wasn't as good. And that's why it came out literally 70% of what. There's so many patches online to fix the game. I don't know if you looked into that, but the game was literally 70%. They recovered a lot of stuff that was taken out of the game, and stuff like that of KOTOR 2. I don't know why they rushed it, but
before we move on to like the things we liked and disliked about E3, while we're talking about loot shooters, I want to talk about the Division 2. I know that.
Oh, I can't believe you missed that one.
I'll be brief with this. They, like the Anthem
looks
folks,
good.
are going for Destiny's. They're going for the jugular with these things. All the things that Destiny's fucking up right now, which is a lot of things. The Division people are like, yo, we're going to have raids. Yo, year one, we're going to have 3 DLC. We're going to have raids with all of them. And 8-player raids, not just fucking 6. And all of our DLC is going to be free. Like, they're saying all the right. Well, yeah, the number of people in the raid, I don't care about. But they're saying all the things that Destiny people have wanted to hear from Destiny. And I think that looks amazing. I can't fucking wait for Division 2.
It looks good.
We can move
I
on.
agree. It looks good. Again, I'm a little, just because I was so hyped for 1, and I was like, but I think a lot of people are let down by 1. And from what I heard, after all the DLCs, after all the patching, I had Destiny 1 treatment. I heard in the end, it ended up being a pretty good game. I never made it that far.
What, Destiny 1?
But everything about it.
Or Division 1?
Division, the original Division, yeah. But like you said, everything about it looks and sounds good. They're saying all the right things. They're showing the right things. And actually, Rooster Teeth has a Let's Play of a level. I don't know if you guys seen it. An actual gameplay of them playing it. And, I mean, it looks like the Division 1, but a little bit different. So, I don't know. We'll see. I have hope for it.
I have big hopes for that. I really want to know what their take on a raid looks like, and how they get around the problems with Destiny's raids.
There has to be a mechanic because if their raids are just bullet sponges, it's not going to be fun at all.
No, it can't be that.
Yeah,
that's not a raid.
There have
that's
to be
that's just a level.
mechanics.
Yeah, that's not a raid. That's just a level. So there's going to be something. I just don't know what that's going to be. I really, really want to see. And I love the fact that they're just being open. Like, yo, you're going to get a raid day 1. There's going to be 3 DLCs through year 1. We're not charging for fucking any of them because fuck Destiny. And let's have some fun. And I love that idea.
Yeah, that'll buy. I can commit to that day 1.
So-
Anthem, I'm still not on that bus yet.
You know I'm getting me some fucking Anthem in that ass.
Same.
You're getting it, bitch.
They
yeah.
they have a release date for either or no?
Yeah, both. Yeah,
Oh,
both.
March for the Division. I know.
And Anthem is February. So we'll play February 22nd. We'll play Anthem for a month before Division comes out, bro. What's good?
Nah, I'll
Division is
I'll
when?
What's good?
March.
God, that's far.
And then
Yeah, but we
Anthem
get a
is
whole bunch of
February.
games in October.
Yeah,
We get a
then
whole
we're not gonna
bunch
run out of
Yeah, yeah.
So, of all the big companies, is there anything y'all saw that stuck out? Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Ubisoft, Square, EA.
I think not necessarily a single thing, but I was surprisingly, in a good way, very surprised by how good Xbox was. Their conference,
Okay.
they showed up a lot. They showed off a lot of cool stuff. They finally said that everybody been telling them for years, "Hey, we fucking suck at making video games. Instead, we're gonna pay for studios to make games for us."
Yeah.
Which in a way, depending on how much control they have, they might EA it. We'll see. Time will tell.
Microsoft
But
has
we know-
always been good with second party.
But we know that they're changing from what definitely has been working and
Right.
making the games. So we don't know if this will work out, but at least they're doubling down on we're gonna try to make this thing work. And I don't know if you guys saw confirmed 2020 the new Xbox, and I believe the phrase was used, the new Xbox family of devices, whatever that means.
Yeah, they call it Scarlet or some shit like that. I forgot.
Why are they doing that? Why is it?
I don't know, but
and I'm assuming, and if
that's
that's Xbox 2020, I'm assuming PlayStation is right there with it.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course.
While Sony hasn't said anything
I mean,
official, I'm
that
assuming
doesn't
Sony's right
do
there with
anything
it.
for me. I'll depends. By 2020, I'll probably have whatever the new GTX. Fuck it. What I'm more excited about is Microsoft's dedication to PC. Like them, all first party games coming out on PC. That is beautiful. That means the next Gears, if I want to play it, PC, Halo, PC. Like I don't have to I don't have to go to the console anymore, which I really like.
Sony. Y'all want to talk about Sony? Sony look good. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's the only thing I thought was good.
The Last of Us 2.
Dude, I don't know that I want another last. Like I don't know. So my friends were talking about that today. I was super unimpressed with Sony. Spider-Man was the coolest thing, and even Spider-Man, I was like, I don't.
I think you nailed it. You put it the best when you said the game will live and die by side quests.
Right.
Because I think the open world might get old quick.
Well, yeah,
but
every
if they
Spider-Man
do it
game.
right. But this finally looks like a Spider-Man game that we all wanted for the longest time, but the technology wasn't there. You feel me?
So-
like an honest, open city that you can go anywhere.
See, and
Or that's what it looks like.
I don't think it's that. I think it's gonna be like every Spider-Man game. The first 30 minutes, it's so amazing and fun to jump around, but then you realize that all the missions take place on a rooftop or in a street corner. Every now and again, for a story, you go into a building, and that's it. It's just not even an open world. It's just an open sky kind of thing where you can land every now and again and punch people. Like
Mike sounds like a hater, man.
So you're saying they're gonna crack down it? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I'm saying
they're
they're
gonna
gonna,
crack down.
they're gonna
the shit out of it?
Spider-Man it because this isn't the first Spider-Man game or the first superhero game. They're
Yeah,
gonna do it
but-
just like they did Infamous. Like it's just gonna be that, which is fine. Those games are fine, but they're not like fucking system sellers or like must-haves or anything.
They're not Spider-Man.
I don't know. I think Spider-Man 4 is definitely gonna be. If it's as good as it looks, it's gonna sell some consoles.
It's made by the guys who made Infamous, which they make superhero games pretty good. But those games they're good. That's it. They're not like I wouldn't buy a new console. Like if I didn't have a PlayStation 4, I wouldn't buy a PlayStation 4 to get Infamous, Second Son, or fucking Spider-Man. Like I think that game's gonna be fine. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad, but like I think Sony's press conference was about as weak as Nintendo's.
Nintendo sucks dick.
I
Dude,
think
Nintendo's
Oh,
was
it's so
Nah, but
annoying,
Nintendo had
Dead. Hold up. Dead Standing.
I don't have a
The
hard
new
on.
Ki- the-
I don't
the
have a
new
hard on
Tomb
for
Raider game.
I don't have a hard on
think-
for Kojima like everybody does. Like I think his shit is lame as fuck. Like I think the Metal Gear story is stupid as shit.
Bro.
I think everybody
any-
sucking that guy's ass is stupid, and I think all of this fucking Death Stranding looks like it's a walking simulator, which is fine, but not like
Bro,
people are
if
crying and
anybody-
shit. Like I don't fucking know.
Anybody listen to this podcast? You have so many angry fanboys.
Oh,
but no,
dude, they'd
3
be so
people
mad.
listen to this, so nobody will care.
Dude,
But how
people would be so
dare
mad.
you speak about Kojima in this way?
I think his shit's lame as fuck. I've always thought those Metal Gear games had the dumbest fucking stories in history, and people eat that shit up. I think the games are fine.
Damn.
Dude,
This is why y'all listen to the No Name and Cast.
Yo,
For
go
real.
play a
Shitting
fucking
on
Metal
Gears.
Gear. Go play a Metal Gear game and tell me that the story's good. I fucking dare you. They're fucking stupid. All of them. They're fucking.
If we had any
stupid.
subscribers, we'd definitely be losing them. I'll tell you that much.
if fucking needing subscribers means faking that those fucking games have great stories, then fuck it, unsubscribe, because those games have dumb stories. I don't know why people like them. I think they're fucking ridiculous. They're pretty much animes dressed up as some self-righteous piece of shit. Ugh, I fucking can't stand Kojima style.
Jesus.
So, Mike, how do you
So
feel
much hate.
about
So
Kojima?
much.
I think it's gonna be great. Crash Tank's gonna be the best game ever made.
Okay, cool. I see. Sony or anything else we didn't cover at E3, Nintendo?
Nah, I'm good. Nintendo success.
Ubisoft, they showed on Assassin's Creed,
Yeah,
which
Man,
looked
it looked
very
just like the
Assassin's
other
it looks
Creed.
exactly
Yeah.
like Origins.
That's what I
What,
yeah,
what
it
else
looked
did they show?
exactly
What
like-
else did Ubisoft show? They showed something
They
else.
showed Division 2. They showed an add-on to Mario Rabbids. They showed
Nobody cares about that.
They showed
New Star Fox game?
That's not a
Or
Star
that's-
Fox game. It's an
That's
add-on.
just an add-on
It's
to
an add-on
Rabbids?
to their
Okay.
to their stupid toy game. They're making a toy flying game where you hook this little toy up to your controller and you change weapons by changing out the weapons physically in the fucking toy. And then the Switch version has a free DLC.
Okay, we can stop talking about it right
Yeah,
now.
it's fuck, it,
That's
looks,
not
it's-
hard
it
enough.
looks fucking stupid. Is there
A couple
anything?
of words about Madden on PC?
Madden PC is Madden PC is probably the thing that I came away from like surprised about and happy about, because it's been 10 years since they had a Madden on PC. I've that person that's wanted a Madden on PC. Just imagine Madden and imagine what modders will do, and I don't know. The idea of Madden on PC is super exciting to me. I can't wait.
All right, video games. Anything else video game related?
Yeah. Is there anything you guys wanted to see and did not see at E3?
Well, I didn't know what was gonna appear in E3 besides the Fallout thing.
No, but
So-
is there any game you really wanted to see? Like, oh man, I hope we get to see this thing or even that this thing exists at E3 and just it wasn't there.
I mean, Halo, and it was, but I didn't really see what it was. But that's about it.
But to, I guess not really what you asked. But another thing with this Fallout, nobody up until a month ago, nobody expected.
Sure.
Nobody expected
That's true.
Fallout. So this Fallout even
That's
coming
true.
out is like, you know what? Whatever happens, it's like a bonus meal. You know what I mean? There's
I think
not much
everybody,
to look at it.
everybody assumed it would just be Starfield and then an Elder Scrolls and then a Fallout, which is kind of the loop. Instead,
Yes.
they're rolling out.
Also,
some
my
bullshit.
girlfriend over here, a couple of things we forgot. Beyond Good and Evil 2. I never played the first one, but everybody seems to be
Same.
super
Oh,
hyped.
they did show that. That game looks like it could be cool. I like the first one a whole lot.
I didn't know. I know nothing about the first one. I know that
I think
last
you like
year
it.
they showed a quick trailer. They showed something more here. It looked interesting. Once we're closer to launch, once we have gameplay, we can talk about it
like
more.
a nice little open world thing. The one
Oh,
game,
Metro Exodus.
oh,
Also,
yeah,
when we
looks
talk
beautiful.
about it, that looks amazing as well.
That's about
The
it.
one game I wanted to see but did not see because they're probably never gonna make another one, but I really want another one. Is I really, really wanted a new Splinter Cell.
Really?
When was the last time they made a Splinter Cell? I was working at
Fucking
GameStop
eight
last
years
time they
ago
made
or
one.
some shit.
No,
like-
it had to be more than that. Last one came out when I worked in GameStop. Well, actually, yeah, I worked in 2010. I was still at GameStop.
I want to say it was 8 years ago was the last Splinter Cell. I really, really would love to see a current gen Splinter Cell. I like the Splinter Cell series. Guilty, even the bad ones. Some of them were pretty bad.
I
bro.
never got into the Splinter Cells. I didn't.
Well, your
Yeah, neither
style
did
of
I.
running and shooting shit is definitely not that game. That game is like crawling around in a fucking air duct and like.
Are any of them on PC?
Yeah, I think all of them are now.
Okay, I know. I never got
If
into
you go to
them.
Uplay, I think they're just about all of them. The more recent ones, I think they're all on there. Actually, they moved them all over.
Okay. Cool.
I think we can move past video games, especially since we are at 1 hour 10 minutes. Go. What else?
Real quick, I know during last podcast, our first one, I mentioned that the Capitals won the NHL trophy. Nobody cared, and we made fun of the Cavs. But real quick, the reason I'm bringing it up, so there's this dude, Kodovich, who's a Russian hockey player on the team. And he's been in the league forever. He's like John Elway in the sense that he played for the same team. He's been great, but he was garbage. Or Dan Marino, but Dan Marino never actually won a Super Bowl. So this dude, people win championships, whatever, and they drink for a day or two, show up a couple of days later. This dude was drunk for a week straight, doing keg stands with the trophy at baseball game. I'm talking about drunk swimming in public, water fountains with the NHL trophy, Stanley Cup, whatever it's called, drunk, sleeping with the trophy 5 days later, showing up at the parade wearing same clothes, drunk.
God,
There are
man.
NBA, NFL players who tweeted like, yo, we partied after we won. This motherfucker took it to the next level. It is amazing. It is worth just following him on social media, how he showed up in random places with the cup, taking shots out of
I
it.
didn't know they
It's
could just take it. I didn't know they
Yeah,
could just take it.
I
with
thought it was like
normal
sacred,
people,
like-
listen,
them. I thought
normal
it stays
people,
locked at the stadium
this
or
guy-
something.
this guy, I'm talking about, this guy is the LeBron, the Tom Brady, the top of the top in that sport. That's why.
Is that Wayne Gretzky?
And-
Wait, what sport are we talking about?
Hockey. Yeah, Wayne Gretzky, he ain't played since 2000. I'm talking about out of active players, he's arguably
Right now?
the best player and easily the best scorer in the league. Not that anybody cares. This said, just it's hilarious how drunk in public for a week straight that dude was. Amazing, inspiring to everybody.
I have to say,
Hell yeah.
this much hockey just proves how Russian you are.
God damn.
And I don't actually watch NHL at all, but I always like that dude and I always wanted him
I have always
win.
like that.
So, because I watch like international hockey, I watch the Russian team play, but I don't care for NHL at all. So, like soccer, I don't care about soccer, but I watch the World Cup, like everybody else. And the only reason Russia made it because we're hosting the motherfucker, otherwise they wouldn't qualify. But anyway, no, you guys, I know they care about that. The fucking Warriors shocked the world, and probable story, nobody could have predicted that. They won the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have? I mean, what a Cinderella
Amazing.
story!
I
No,
definitely,
it's-
What a Cinderella
I
story!
definitely did not say at the beginning of the
Okay.
season that it's going to be the Warriors and Cavs, and the Warriors are going to beat them. I did
Oh,
not
Mike,
say that.
yes, you are the only person to say that. Nobody else.
I didn't
definitely
say
thought
that.
You're
I
a
didn't say that
goddamn-
because I thought for sure that the fucking Bucks were going to win it all.
Honestly, I thought Timberwolves were swept on. I thought they were gonna take on the Cavs. No, the fuck it didn't. And last but not least, unless any of you have anything to
when
say?
both of those teams were down 3-2, I didn't think either one was not going to go to the finals. Not for one fucking second did I think anyone but those two were going to the finals.
Same.
A lot
I
of
know,
people
like,
were
to-
saying shit like, "Oh, LeBron's in trouble. Oh, the Warriors are fucking hurting." And
I think
live in Texas, so
LeBron in
there's
trouble was more overblown than the Warriors. I know we love to clown Chris Paul, deservingly so, but I still would like to see that Game 7 with Chris Paul.
bro, you are.
just do.
I was just about to say, like, I live in Texas, and there's a lot of Houston fans in my job, and their narrative is definitely like, we're one injury away from going to the finals.
No.
And
I
I'm
just
like,
think-
yo, Chris Paul is one of the biggest proven chokers in fucking basketball. You
But
can't-
I agree with that 100%. But to play devil's advocate,
Mhm.
they took him to Game 7, and in Game 7 they had to miss something dumb like 27 straight threes, something unbelievable like that. And in the end, Warriors ended up kind of running away with it by 10 or 12. But all I'm saying is that
I think it was
I would have
19.
liked to see that game with Chris Paul. That's it. I just want to see a game with Chris Paul. I don't think they're gonna win. I don't think they would have won,
I don't
but I
think
would
they
have liked to
would've
see
won.
that
Chris
game with
Paul
Chris
don't have a clutch bone in his fucking body, bro.
Well, yeah, let me tell you, it has a lot more clutch bones than the entire team of the Raptors.
Oh, well,
Bro,
I can't take it past the first.
Everybody in the East took LeBron to 7, except for Raptors. They didn't take a single game. That's amazing.
Top team in the East, bro.
Bro.
You just-
bro.
And I've been clowning Kyle Lowry and fucking DeFrozen forever. And we had this combo.
DeFrozen.
They're frozen.
We're like, oh, guys, Toronto. No, they've been garbage. They've been unclutch and fuck them for. And I've been saying that. Like, I don't understand how you can shit on Chris Paul, but think those dudes are good players and they can do something.
I'll take them in the Heat, though.
All right,
Both of
so
them.
we got two things before we got three things before we end. First, baseball. Talk to me, Tip.
Cancel it. For real. Just cancel it. Please. Just end baseball. Nobody
Yeah,
gives a
we're
fuck. Stop it.
Okay.
Cancel baseball.
Okay, cancel baseball. Roger that. Wait. The next thing, we have a question of the week. Well, before we get into the question of the week, we're gonna do a question of the week, and we're gonna ask our users to message us or whatever, and let me know what you think. But
So
our
we're
listeners.
going to make
So
up
basically
questions
just-
that people send to us. We're gonna make up questions.
Sure.
Okay.
Or tweet us your answer. Or so we're gonna give a question of the week. It's gonna be a weird, awkward question. We'll get to that in just a second. First, we have this music section that we didn't talk about, and I have one thing I want to say before we go to the random question of the week. You guys listen to anything crazy right now? Anything good or new or whatever?
Actually, I didn't realize I was following the whole Drake Pusha T from this jump.
Sure.
I didn't bring it up to you because honestly, I tried to talk to you about modern music, and you sounded very much. I still listen to 2003 Lil Jon only, so I'm like, Mike probably is not on this. And I know Ozzy doesn't really fuck with hip hop anyway, but I've been on this Pusha T, and I mean, I listen to Buttons podcast. Like I'm up to date with hip hop and what's going on. If that's what you're asking.
Okay. No, I was just asking if you're because basically, which I'm familiar with all that stuff. Remember, I work with nothing but 20-year-olds, so like I'm very familiar with Pusha and his new album and all of that nonsense.
And that album was good.
Even if I didn't want to, I hear about it. What I was going with is my new favorite rapper, and who I firmly believe is the hardest rapper in the game now.
Okay. This is gonna be some bullshit. I can already tell it's gonna be some bullshit.
I am dead fucking serious.
Okay.
In fact, I'm gonna use him as our outro today.
I swear to God, if it's Tekashi, I quit. I'm just letting you know.
Come on, fuck no, bro. It's Jesus.
Huh?
Jesus. Okay. The letter G, Z-U-Z.
Okay.
He's the hardest motherfucker in rap right now. Don't go searching for it. I'm gonna send you a video to look at after this. And anyone listening, you go look up Jesus. That's my man. He don't even speak English. He don't rap in English. He raps in German. He's the hardest He's the hardest motherfucker, bro. I can't get enough of this guy. I can't.
Is that
get
like
enough.
Stitches?
No, bro. This
Like
guy is actually talented.
How do you know? You can't understand them.
Bro, you could just listen to the flows, bro. I'm telling you.
To be fair, I don't speak German and it fuck with Rammstein, so you don't have to.
Exactly. This is the rap Rammstein.
Hey, listen, you can use them as an outro though. You still gotta ride with a lemonade for the intro.
Yeah, that's our intro forever. I kind of want to use Rammstein as the outro.
Yeah, you can do whatever. Also, for those who for those who don't know, nobody knows because we never announced it. But you can follow us at the No Name Cast on Twitter. We also have a Facebook page, I think.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure I created one. But on Twitter, we post all the latest episodes. We're also on iTunes now, thanks to Mike. We're also on what's the other service?
All of them. We're on Pocket Cast. We're on any podcast service we should be on right now.
So basically, we're almost like a real podcast.
We're pretty much a legit podcast. Right?
We're like the best.
We're like the best podcast in the world.
That we are.
I agree.
Yep.
It sounded like you had something else to say before we sign off.
Nope. Who's gonna ask the question?
Question of the day.
I got you.
The week.
I got you. Ready? I thought long and hard about this one.
Long and
so this
hard?
One definitely long and hard. So this one.
Wait, did we just made this up on the spot? By the way.
No. Hey, I've thought about this for many years. Many years. So this definitely gears towards our male listeners. So the question is,
because there's no girls on the internet. So
besides that,
if your girlfriend has, they're just guys catfishing.
If your girlfriend has a penis, does that make you gay?
No, she's your girlfriend. What's the problem?
But she has a penis.
She is your girlfriend.
Okay.
All right, so let me ask you a question. She has. All right. So I got a follow-up question. She has a penis. Was she born with it?
Hey, you're getting to details there, but whether she's born with it or not, she currently has a penis, but also a vagina. So you can still go bananas, you know what I mean?
If there was still, not that there was any problem or doubt in my mind with that, but the answer is definitely no. If it was like no, 100%. Hey, listen,
I don't know. Like if you're going to town and that thing is just like touching you as well, like, it's a little weird, you know?
No, bro, because if you agree to call her, doesn't matter. If you guys are in a consensual relationship and you both agree that she is your girlfriend and she identifies as a female, doesn't make you gay. You have a girlfriend.
It definitely matters if it gets hard or not. I don't know about that. So, Mike, take it away, buddy.
Yeah. We need to. This is not. This we gotta go. This is not.
Du hast mich. Du hast mich
Ich schlafen im Bau und ich träumte von Geld. Ein Album später wach ich auf in einem neuen CL. Was ist passiert? Ja, ich hab paar Strafen kassiert. Man könnte sagen, fick mit mir, du hast die Straße in dir. Ich bin am Halluzinieren. Also sag mir, warum argumentieren? Sie sagen, Tschüss ist wie den Faden